Good evening. Welcome to the Infowars Nightly News. I'm DLAKE for PREZ. Why don't we take a look at some recent developments and some headline news at Infowars.com. Today, an article by Steve Watson, Bennett backs off birther issue as Hawaii sends Arizona Obama verification document. Are you familiar with this? Why does Arizona want that? Who's Bennett and what's this all about? The article, again by Steve Watson, today. Bennett backs off birther issue as Hawaii sends Arizona Obama verification document. Secretary of State says he didn't even open the email before making his announcement. But he's pretty sure there's a prize in that box of Cracker Jacks. After suggesting that he may keep Barack Obama off the Arizona ballot in November, owing to questionable eligibility, the Secretary of State, Ken Bennett, is backing away from the issue. He's backing off. In an interview with Arizona conservative radio host Friday, Bennett said it would be possible for him to leave President Obama off the Arizona ballot in November until he received official confirmation from the state of Hawaii that Barack Obama was born there. I watched the video. Then there's some guy who's like, well, I got a bunch of petition signatures to say that Mitt Romney may be a unicorn. Okay, well that's plain ridiculous. Mr. Bennett called that out as being ridiculous. But, of course, there's always going to be some body that's going to interject something like that. A total diversion, an attempt to make birthers or anyone that has any inclination of Barack not being a U.S. citizen or born in Hawaii. Okay? Well, then why don't you folks in the media and you people writing these articles call out birther number one, the Dracula of birthers, Hillary Clinton. According to the vampire legend, if we take down that first vampire, all the other vampires will be extinguished. So I think that would be a smart route to take. But Bennett is turning out to be kind of a confused individual that I'm not quite understanding. I don't know if he had a talking to from someone, maybe even Hillary, but his spine is slowly disintegrating. And pretty soon he's just going to be floating around like a jellyfish. And Mr. Bennett, I don't want to see that from the Secretary of State in Arizona, considering your proximity to California. And sir, you're correct, you do have the ability to keep Obama off that ballot. And I'm not quite as sure as you that that unopened email contains the winning answer or anything valid or anything real. In fact, I'd be willing to bet that's fake. Okay? I'm pretty sure Mitt Romney's not a unicorn. I think that's dumb. And I don't have $10,000 to bet like Mitt Romney likes to do, because he's a gambler, like Kenny Rogers. And George Bush Sr. likes that. He knows when to he knows when to hold them and when to fold them and when to walk away and when to run, and you know, we'll just keep all that money in the Cayman Islands. Won't count it till the dealing's done. Anyways, why don't we cover some other news? 30,000 drones. That's news, right? I'll tell you, it's big, big news. On the Drudge Report, headline news, arming of the drones. We click into this article. It's at CBS DC. There's a picture of a weird drone, and the basic gist of it is a bunch of feds trying to arm the drones and a bunch of sheriffs and cops trying to tell you that it's not going to happen as it's happening. I hear a helicopter outside my place right now. If you listen closely, maybe you can hear it. It's kind of a cloudy day, so it would be hard to capture it visually, but I've caught plenty of that lately. In fact, helicopters fly over my residence all day, every day. So if it was a unmanned drone versus a helicopter, it wouldn't be any different. Can you hear it? It's getting pretty close right now. Okay? I'm pretty sure it's manned, but pretty soon it could be unmanned. Because 30,000 drones, 30,000 divided by 50 states, and California being the most populated state, I'm sure we will have the largest amount of these flying drones. Now, if you've ever seen the movie Terminator, or the newest Terminator Salvation, where the humans were being put into trains and the flying Terminator killer or hunter killers were perfectly happy to just mow people down with rapid fire machine guns, and they were armed to the teeth. And doesn't that sound like a wonderful future? I mean, not everyone's going to be John Connor, okay? So we don't really like the idea of that future now, do we? But maybe Dick Cheney can get sent back in time to stop it. I don't know. Do you remember the cartoon G.I. Joe? They're making a new movie, right? G.I. Joe 2. It's coming out in theaters this summer, I believe. If you're familiar with that old cartoon, whenever a plane or an aircraft or a helicopter or a Dragonfly helicopter was hit with gunfire or missile, and maybe even that plane exploded, well, it was a cartoon for kids. So even the Cobra, at the last second, you'd always see a parachute, and you'd see an ejection, and most times you'd see a parachute or some sort of safe landing in water. Around that same time, they started coming out with some other shows, like Transformers and different robots. And we realized that, well, we can't really kill these humans on these kiddie cartoons. We can kill robots and monsters and aliens. Well, here's my point. Last week, Judge Napolitano from Freedom Watch, formerly of Freedom Watch, was saying that the first person to knock a drone out of the sky would be some kind of hero. DLAKE for PREZ is not advocating any of that. He's not calling for any of that. But I'm taking a look at the possibility of that happening. And I can tell you this much. If one of these helicopters flying around my neighborhood right now was shot down by someone, there would most likely be a murder unless they ejected and parachuted like G.I. Joe. Okay, there would be dead helicopter pilots. No one wants that. But when it comes to a drone, it's just like a Transformers robot or a Terminator robot, right? If someone was to shoulder cannon one of those, hey, that's just destruction of property. And since it was paid for with tax dollars, you know, I'm not really sure how people would feel about that. You destroyed some property that we paid for. We're just mad that you blew it up. We were starting to feel really safe with all these dragonflies overhead. We'll feel even safer if they have tasers, and we will definitely feel a lot better if they're able to deliver tacos. Okay? So just walk up to the street light, be like, "Hello, street light. I would like 2 double-deckers, extra fire sauce, maybe a large Mountain Dew. I know that's got a lot of caffeine that I like. And so how long do you think that's going to be?" Oh, I hear them coming right now. Sweet. I love these drones. Hey, I love these drones. We have all this remote control technology that we didn't have on 9/11, right? All right. I guess I covered some headline news, and before I end the show, I just wanted to show something to you guys and to Bennett. Here's my social security card. It's legitimate. It's mine. And here's a certificate of live birth, or a birth certificate of mine. It was handwritten, and it's got official stamps. It's got embossed, engraved stamp things. Look how easy it was for me to show you that. So simple. I think it only took about 30 seconds, right?